Who is America's most decorated World War I soldier? Well, we're heading to Pall Mall to take a look at the home of this famous soldier. Known for his heroic acts, he struggled between his religious beliefs and his patriotic duty. And his life captured the heart of a nation. Pall Mall is the hometown of a famous American soldier from World War I. His name, Alvin York. If you don't know the story that made Alvin York famous, then you'll be surprised to hear that he didn't believe in killing due to his religious belief. Yet he also believed that he had a patriotic duty. Alvin York's son, Andrew Jackson York, recalls the story.
So he didn't believe in killing. And he told Pastor Powell told him, if you don't sign up, the army, they'll come and get you and put you in jail. But he agreed to sign up, maybe that he wouldn't have to kill anybody.
So he enlisted and went to France. Then there was that fateful day that made history, October 8, 1918.
They had captured a few Germans. And the men, of course, they killed his commanding officer and killed most of his guys that was with him. And that left him in command. So he went around, tried to go around the side of machine guns. And he said, I touched them all one at a time. And when he got up on top, he said that he got a hold of the major, and the rest of them gave up. And so he said, when I came off the mountain, I had approximately 90 prisoners. And then his men said, we can't handle all these prisoners. And so they started out in the trench, and then they started shooting again up on the hill. And when they did, he made the major blow the whistle, and they gave up. So when they came out, he ended up with 132 Germans, and they found 35 machine guns that was knocked out and 25 dead Germans on the hill.
York's marksmanship and belief in God and country led to his incredible battlefield action.
He said, as he went around on top of the hill, said they were spitting bullets all around me, but the Lord protected him. And he said, I'd touch them off. When they stick their head up, he'd touch them off one at a time. And then when he got up to them, then he'd get the rest of them. And he said, he just going around that way. Finally got to the major, and the major blew the horn, and they gave up. So he had 90 prisoners. He's by himself then.
York's feat was described as the greatest thing accomplished by a private soldier of all the armies of Europe. He arrived back to America greeted with a New York ticker tape parade, a banquet in his honor, and an invitation to the White House. When he returned to his hometown, he was given a house that was completely paid for by the state. He was also awarded more than 40 Allied decorations, including the Congressional Medal of Honor. He married his longtime sweetheart, Miss Gracie Williams. The governor of Tennessee, A.H. Roberts, performed the ceremony in front of hundreds of guests. Warner Brothers wanted to produce a movie from his life story. He initially declined, but later agreed only to use the money to benefit others.
He decided he wanted to build a Bible school, which is about a half a mile from here, building it on his old home place where he's born. And the movie came, he finally agreed to let them do it if they would agree to his terms.
York picked Gary Cooper and John Wesley to play in the movie. According to his agreement, they weren't supposed to smoke or drink. And when Gary Cooper broke that agreement by smoking on the set,
he caught Gary smoking, so he stopped the movie. And after he stopped the movie for a while, they didn't get nobody else, so he apologized and he let him finish the movie.
The movie, named Sergeant York, became an American film classic. Gary Cooper won an Oscar for his performance. York's primary vision, however, was to build a Bible school and a high school, which he did. To raise funds, he traveled around the country giving lectures. He was dedicated to education since he had not received a full education himself.
He only got to third grade. And then in the back room, if you notice in the back room, he's got hundreds of books. And he just kind of read and educated himself.
York believed that God had spared his life and chosen him to improve conditions for the people who lived in the mountains. He felt that building the school was his greatest accomplishment. In the years to follow, York was honored with statues and buildings named after him. There's a 10-foot statue at the state capitol, as well as a state park, a highway, a veterans hospital, a bridge, a chapel, and even a place in France named after him. At his homestead in Pall Mall, his son still lives in the area. Everything there is owned by the family and has been loaned to the state for the historic landmark, which opened in 1995. It's named the Alvin York State Historic Area at Pall Mall. Andrew is the park ranger.
I tell some of them, I said, everything is original, even me, and I'm original. I was born here.
We discovered a special treasure at Alvin York's home. Stashed away in a family briefcase are York's original letters and dog tags.
Now, he wore this on his arm, and we got another picture of both of them. He had one up here, too. That says Sergeant A.C. York, Company G, 328.
York's burial site at the Wolf River Cemetery is a short distance away, as well as the grist mill that York operated in the 1940s. Sergeant Alvin York, America's most decorated World War I soldier, lived all of his life in Pall Mall, Tennessee. Now you know the story of this American war hero who upheld his patriotic duty and his religious beliefs. In 1924, Pall Mall changed its name to Alvin York, Tennessee. York requested that the town change its name back to Pall Mall, and it did. For more information, visit our website at TennesseeTreasures.net. You can get all the fascinating stories of Tennessee treasures in a magazine. With colorful pages and unique photos, you'll experience the treasures of the state in print. Packed with trivia and extra information, you'll discover the little-known facts about Tennessee's history, arts, entertainment, sports, general trivia, and geography. Order your subscription by visiting TennesseeTreasures.net. Just $18 plus shipping and handling.